I do Shaq, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just fucking dislocate my jaw like a python. 100%. Cheers. As people adapt to this ever-changing world, we're all going to be buying more stuff online more than ever. If you're an e-commerce seller, are you ready to meet the demands of your new delivery culture? Be ready with ShipStation. When you're selling online, you get a lot of orders out fast, and it can be really tough. How do you keep track of who gets what? What shipping carrier should you use? Are you getting the best rates? That's why we use ShipStation here at Two Bears, One Cave. It's the fastest, easiest, most affordable way to manage and ship your orders. With just a few clicks, you're going to manage your orders, printing out labels, getting your products to happy customers. ShipStation makes it easy. Here's what I love about ShipStation. Whether you're selling on Amazon, Etsy, or on your own website, ShipStation brings all your orders into one simple interface, making them easy to manage from any device, even your cell phone. And they work with all the major carriers, USPS, FedEx, UPS, even Amazon fulfillment, so you can compare and choose the best shipping for you and your customers. They even give you the big discounts that are offered to the big Fortune 500 companies. It's the #1 choice of online sellers. So right now, our Two Bears, One Cave listeners can try ShipStation for free for 60 days when you use the offer code CAVE. Make sure your business is ready to meet the demands of every delivery culture. Get started at ShipStation.com today. Click the microphone at the top on the homepage. Type in CAVE. It's that easy. ShipStation.com. Then enter the code CAVE. ShipStation.com. Make ship happen.
Oh, you rescued another animal? Welcome to another episode of Two Bears, One Cave.
The funniest.
What?
It's not funny. This one guy had a... Oh, man, I'm hungover. There was this boy who rescued his sister. Did you see that?
A boy who rescued his daughter, his sister?
No, his sister. I am fucking hungover today. I wish I could drink right now and just get home. I don't know how I'd get home.
I could take you home.
Yeah, but I'd have my car out here, and then Leanne's going to be a fucking shit show. So this young boy, a dog was going to attack his sister, and he got in front of in between the dog and his sister, and he got attacked by the dog pretty aggressively. I put it on my Instagram and on my Twitter. I put it on the Twitter. The kid got fucked up by this dog, and he did it to protect his sister. It's fucking such a badass move by this kid.
Wow.
So I posted on my Twitter. I'm not laughing at this kid at all by any stretch of the means. But I posted on my Twitter, and I was like, this kid's a real hero or whatever. And this guy, I followed him, and he goes, oh my God, wait till Bert gets his hands on this dog. Out loud. I followed the kid and I DM'd him. I go, dude, you just made me, I was drunk last night. I go, you just made me laugh out fucking loud. And he goes, dude, he wrote back, it was a pretty funny line.
There's some really funny things that people somebody wrote I don't know, I think I said that something was hilarious, and then a guy's comment was, let me guess, did a pipe fly through somebody's chest cavity? Yeah, there's a lot of funny comments.
Oh,
I love that I sat down here, and right before we hit record, you go, I love who I am
when I'm drunk.
Yeah.
It's such a real, honest version of me. It's like, it's very pure.
I love who I am when I'm drunk.
I got lit last night. Like the kind of lit, like
I can see it a little bit
in my eyes right now.
Yeah.
Like I'm like the kind of drunk where you like, I need alone time. I'm gonna get weird. You know, like
what does a specific type of booze do that to you, or is it?
No, I caught me off guard. It hadn't happened in a very long time.
What were you drinking?
So I started with I worked out last night, and then I like how I said that in.
Yeah.
I worked out, and then I had a glass of wine in the pool.
You had a glass of wine during your shower.
During my shower.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shout out to Fitvine. I hope we got to get them to sponsor us, because Fitvine is fucking awesome.
I think. Wait, is that the wine?
Less tannins. By the way, I'm not doing a read for them right now, but I'm legit drinking Fitvine.
Wait,
and less tannins, less sugar. It's fucking awesome. I've been drinking a lot of Fitvine lately.
Okay, so Fitvine is coming on as a sponsor.
Dude. That is a marriage made in heaven, because I've been drinking Fitvine. So I run 4 miles. And then I open a bottle of wine, right?
Yeah.
And then I walk a mile with a glass of Fitvine, get in the pool, have a little. I'm sure they're like, Bert, please don't talk about drinking. What?
You were exercising. I'm sure they can't.
But
they're fit.
So, but it creeps up on you, Fitblind, because I don't think there's as much alcohol. It's like ultralights.
And not as much sugar?
Yeah, not as much sugar. So I'm drinking.
Keep going. Your drink. I want to know what you drank. So you had your wine.
Had a wine. Made some cauliflower mashed potatoes. Have finished the bottle, and then I was like, I don't want to open another bottle, but I'm like fucking feeling it. And so I go into these beers these hazy IPAs I had on the tour bus, and man, 2 beers in, I get weird. Girls are asleep.
You hit that good asleep, buzz, the fun
and
buzz.
I start fighting with people, like going like.
I gotta tell you, it's one of my favorite Berts. Is like wanting to get like combative, Bert.
Dude, I had a legit fight with a bunch of people, and just like arguing with them, and then
we watched that thing the other day. That was great to watch too. You know, the thing I asked you to send me. Remember, I was like, like I watched that. That was great. Did you watch it?
Fucking.
Didn't that get you fired up?
Yeah. I texted one of the guys and said, I can't wait till I get to repay you in life.
Yeah.
I can't wait till I get to repay you.
Yeah. I'm not even done with it. So
yeah. So and I've been obsessed with football life. Mm-hmm. And so like I got.
Did you keep drinking after those beers?
Oh yeah. I killed all the beers.
How many beers?
I don't know, fucking 4 or 6. And so they come in 4-packs, so I'm probably broken to another 6. And so and I just was up and I started texting you guys, and I don't remember texting you guys. But texting you things I was livid about. Like livid.
Yeah, because out of nowhere, I think Nadav and I, by the way, welcome back. Nadav and I, we had talked about, hey, like, so coming in at this time in the morning, and you're like, yep, see you then. And then hours go by, because that's like 8 o'clock, midnight. At midnight, just a text from you. The 72 Dolphins were a fluke. And then the next text is Christian Okoye.
Oh my God, Christian Okoye.
I mean, but these have zero context. They're just, I'm like, okay. For people that don't follow football, the 72 Dolphins remain the NFL's only undefeated team.
Yeah, and it's horseshit.
Okay.
It's horseshit. I was so fucking angry last. I'm watching 100 Greatest, right? It's such a great series on NFL Network.
They do a great job.
They do a really great job. Shout out to those people at NFL. A football life is maybe my favorite thing to watch. I love a football life. I can watch anyone's. I don't even know who you are, and I'm like, Bruce Smith. I know Bruce Smith, but I go, tell me about Bruce Smith. I'm fucking obsessed with Bruce Smith now. I bought a Bruce Smith jersey.
Bruce Smith's sweeter than sour sauce, but yeah, he's dope, man.
And so I'm watching the fucking 100 greatest teams of ever, right? Mm-hmm. Now, the top 10, I think, have all pretty much happened in our lifetime. And I'm going, who the fuck's number 1? And they go, the 72 Dolphins. Bullshit. Fucking bullshit. By the way, Bob Greasy wasn't even their fucking quarterback for half of the season. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
It was their backup quarterback won 10 games for them. Bob Greasy wasn't even, he got hurt like 3 games in. They had no one to, so to speak, on their team. Mercury Morris was their fucking running back. It's such a bullshit fucking team when you compare them to like the fucking 79 fucking Steelers, the Cowboys from the 80s, the fucking 49ers from the 80s, the fucking Bears, the Patriots. It's such a bullshit fucking team.
But is your argument though that they're a bullshit team because the league was a lesser league?
It's a bullshit league. Passing wasn't what it is today.
Yeah.
All you needed is when some full. By the way, I'm not shitting on like. I understand they're all fucking heroes and legends and stuff. And
well, I think, but isn't the counter argument to something like that? Because this happens all the time in sports. It's the fun part of discussing sports. But isn't the counter argument like the argument to what you're saying that like, hey man, what do you want someone to do but win all the games? Like they won all the games.
Yeah, but but anyone could have done that then.
But they didn't. They're the only ones.
Yeah, but it's just a fluke. It's not. It's like going. It's like watching someone hit a hole in one, and then everyone else hits onto the green, and he goes, "I'm the best golfer here." And you go, "Well, no, you hit a hole in one."
I got you.
It's not. You're not the best golfer here. That's just one hole. And he's like, yeah, but I got the lowest score for this hole, and it's a hole in one. Isn't that what you want to do? You're like, no. It's and then to watch them celebrate it the way they do.
Yeah, every year they pop that.
Every year they
champagne.
fucking and by the way, I'm a huge.
But they have like all that brain damage, so they're like, and they pop it into their fucking eyes.
Poor Mercury Morris. Every time he's like trying to.
Those guys are so fucked up.
That was back when helmets, those Rydell helmets.
By the way, the argument that I've heard a lot of people go, what they need to do is go back to like the 30s and 40s when the guys just wore like open face masks and they had no, they don't. No, they don't. That would result in way more catastrophic injuries, man.
Dude, what do you think the best team ever is?
I don't know, because this goes back, like, I actually liken this to making the argument about the best, let's say, NBA player, because people go like, you know, the top 10 is like pretty easy to it. No, but here's my point, because even the players will say this, and I think the older you get, this perspective becomes true, which is like right now, if you talk to somebody who's like, let's say 21, and you're like, who's the best NBA player? Like, it is normal and natural for them to talk about someone who they've watched from when they were a little kid, right?
Yeah.
And then, of course, if you remove yourself one generation, so that would be like us, back, we go, Jordan's so much better, and, you know, we give all our Jordan stats. Then you go to somebody who's like, you know, whatever, 60 or 70, and they're like, you guys never saw Wilt Chamberlain play. And we're like, no, I get it. He was awesome. And they're like, no, you don't. And here's the truth. I don't understand. Like, I don't understand what it was like to watch Muhammad Ali fight. I don't. I've seen documentaries. I've seen the interviews. I know that he's great, but I never will have the appreciation for his greatness because I never saw it. I never saw it, man. By the time I was, you know, conscious enough to like watch things, he was retired. I mean, so I just hear about his greatness. So I think that like that conversation in sports will always be the same. People will appreciate most what they witnessed live, what they got to see, what they got to digest, and they'll argue to the death. I mean, these LeBron MJ arguments, like they're exhausting and they're fun and they're, you know, it's, I get it. People will compare stats and then they'll go, you know, but there's this element that you can't weigh, and it just, you know, it just kind of goes in circles. I don't know that like that you can actually make the argument that it's this team. I mean, like you look at the 85 Bears, right? And
that was greatness in the 85
great.
Bears and what was it, the 87 Redskins?
Yeah.
Were like two of the teams that I just were like.
The team from Washington, please.
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
Jesus.
I just fucking dead named them.
Yeah.
Or fucking hate crimed them. Jesus Christ, that's crazy. I didn't even. I just slipped out of my mouth.
It hurt me. But will you?
The R words. The Washington R words. Right? Aren't they the R? Aren't? Isn't that how you'd say it?
That's what I'm gonna start saying. Why don't we petition Dan Snyder? You're like, we still got time. How about the R words?
Oh fuck.
But look. I mean, how about those 90s, those 90s Cowboys? Like there's like, didn't they win 3 in the 90s? Those C words from Dallas?
The C words.
Yeah. They were so
fucking
dominant.
I mean, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irving, their fucking defensive line was insane.
Well, their offensive line too was
line was fucking it out.
Crazy.
Dude, they did a This Football Life on the Dallas Cowboys offensive line.
Dude, there was a time, like now, it's become standard if you watch NFL football that like offensive linemen, I mean, I think they're like peaking what human physiology is capable of because these guys are walking around, you know, 6'6", and they have a bunch of guys that are 350, and you're just like, I mean, they're just human fucking houses. Dude, but they were their team looked different. When you were watching football in the 90s, you're like, yeah, those are big guys. And then you see the Cowboys offensive line stand up, and you go, fuck.
I remember Dion going to that team and then going to San Francisco. But he went to San Francisco first, right?
No, second.
That was like.
That was also like one of those things you're like, come on. And then he played it perfectly. Like, he won a Super Bowl.
Well, it's interesting, you know, when you talk about.
He was pretty good.
Dion.
Yeah.
God.
It's amazing.
I mean, really just an amazing. Just athletic specimen. Like he could do. I have a feeling he could do everything. I saw Shaquille O'Neal and Charles Barkley do a bench contest. Did you see this? Have you seen this?
Recently?
It was probably a while ago. It was definitely a while ago.
What did they bench? Well, what weight did they use?
Try to guess. They started out at 135.
Okay.
Guess what they ended at, and guess who won?
And they were just going for ones or
One
for
reps? One rep.
And you don't know, are you going to tell me it was within the last year or within the last like 10 years?
It's been within the last 10 years.
Oh, okay.
Pain and Gain they were promoting Pain and Gain with Mark Wahlberg and
This
The
is
Rock.
2018. Okay. I would definitely guess that Shaq was now. This is why I talk about when it happened. Shaq, he's also a specimen, obviously, but like when he got really out of shape, and then he got into working out, and you see him, you're like, holy shit, man! Like
this is not when he was working out.
Okay. I would guess that he's just such a massive,
That he could just
human.
throw up on any given day.
Oh my god, yeah.
What do you think? What do you think they maxed out at?
And this is one rep.
One rep.
Jesus, I would think that he could easily do. I mean, for someone, if he doesn't bench all the time, but as huge as he is, at 315 or something.
405.
He did 405?
No, Charles Barkley did 405.
Fuck.
I mean, I'm sitting
And
there.
what did Shaq? What was he?
He couldn't get 405 off his chest. He got to like 330 or something.
That's it?
Dude, it was.
Can you show it without playing the audio?
Yeah. It's the top one.
Wow.
Look at how small.
Well, actually,
hold on. Look at how small the Rock looks between the two of them.
Was that The Rock?
That was the Rock.
It was?
Yeah. Look at how small the Rock looks.
Oh my god! Wait, The Rock is 6'5". What the fuck? I thought Barkley was 6'4".
I thought Barkley was 6'2". Look at how tiny the
That's
Rock
a real
looks.
picture?
Yeah. Look at how tiny the fucking Rock is.
Yeah, well,
I
Shaq
may
makes
have to
everyone
drink
look.
today.
Yeah, you should drink, dude. We got some beers. You want a beer?
I just gotta figure out how the fuck I'm getting home.
Dude, you can have a beer.
I just have Leanne drive George out. George will take this car, right?
Yeah.
I got nothing to do today. I'll have one towards the end.
Okay.
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 Look at how fucking small the Rock is.
I got to see this. I'm so curious now. So they're doing wait, because honestly, like right now, Barkley's in way worse shape than that.
Right now?
Right now.
Oh yeah, probably.
And Shaq is definitely stronger now. So that's. God, he's such a huge guy.
He really is. What do you think it's like to fuck him? I bet there's got to be like you got to submit. Like you got to be like.
Well, yeah. If you're like I'm not so sure about this, that's a problem. Yeah. So wait, what did we just jump to 225?
Yeah, 225.
Really? You just went 135, 225.
225.
Okay.
225. Look at Chuck. Chuck just throws it up easy as fuck.
Yeah.
225. Then they go to 305.
Right away?
Right. Look at this. 3 fucking plates.
Oh, maybe there's not.
315.
So that's. See, there's a little struggle there though.
Watch Chuck. Watch Chuck. 315.
Okay. Down. Boom. That was way easier for him.
Yeah.
That was easier for him. Now we're doing 4 plates. He's like joking around and shit, but no, he could not do that. Fuck. And then Barkley, let's see, 405, struggling, but
He got it.
yeah. Oh, he got it. Wow.
Clean.
Yo, dude. It's pretty impressive.
405. I'm sitting there watching this last night going.
A different specimen, man. That's fucking, yeah.
It's just not working out. Just being like,
I mean,
I could throw up 405.
Most people, definitely, like 99% of people, unless you're like training to do that, you don't have that kind of strength.
No. Remember when we were at
Joe's place?
Yeah, and we were like, what were we trying to put up? 225?
225, yeah.
And
I got it.
You got it. Ari and I couldn't get it.
Ari struggled with 135. What are you talking about? He struggled with 135. And that was after everyone was drinking and smoking. And then Joe came in like lit. He was smoke, and he was like, "What are you guys doing?" We were like trying to see if we can hit 225. And he was like, "I got that shit." And he started banging.
I think he did like 10 times. Gong, 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 gong. Can I tell you what I've been looking for hardcore? Hold on, I'm not done with this fucking argument about the greatest NFL football team ever.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Shaq fucking you. Go ahead.
No. By the way, when we were teaching Jesus how to swim,
Yeah.
I don't know if I told you this, but like he panicked in the water one time, and I tried to help him, and he just Jesus is a
Flailed,
big dude,
yeah.
but he grabbed me with like panic strength.
Yeah, that's scary.
And my first thought was I could not hold him down and fuck him, like, and then Shane goes, well, he's pretty slippery. He was in the water, and I was like, no, but like when you feel someone's panic strength, and you go. So like if we were in prison and I was gonna fuck him, and I was like, I'm coming in, I'm gonna fuck Jesus. I couldn't. I really couldn't.
Oh yeah, I could see that being a problem. But imagine Shaq doing that to you.
Whoa.
Or imagine a Shaq Barkley tag team.
Jesus Christ! Oh God!
and they make you service one in the mouth at a time while you're doing it.
I do Shaq, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just fucking dislocate my jaw like a python. God,
Dude,
his
see,
dick. Hey, pull up a picture of Shaq's dick.
I don't think that's out there.
Google it. I bet it is.
Okay.
Shaq.
Penis. I don't know.
Shaquille O'Neal's dick. Look at this.
Okay, look at that girlfriend he had there. Right there. Yeah. What do you think that was like? You think she submitted?
She's the size of his leg.
Yeah.
She's the size of his leg. I wonder. That's an interesting, like.
Go back to like the actual ad, like the results of the search, not the image, because there wasn't like an article. That first article, the seemingly never-ending obsession with Shaq's dick.
Yeah.
Like so, there's.
I think everyone. I think I heard him say.
Click it.
That's his shoe size.
Right. It's pretty. Wait. There's a guy who started an online petition that demands to see Shaq's dick.
I respect that guy.
I do. I respect that guy a lot.
We all have our hill to die on.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think it actually is?
Well, I mean, just okay. So if you go, so
if it's proportionate,
let's do proportion. So
Yeah.
I have a regular sized dick, like not super big, just regular sized dick.
Average size.
Average size, like 6 and change, 7 if I cough. And so what would like I say? Let's say I have a 6.5 inch dick, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm 6 feet 1 inches. So for every foot, I guess you can't. How can you do this?
No, you're saying like just stature wise, a 6-inch dick is essentially the average, like the American or whatever
American
world
male size dick.
Yeah, the average size dick is about 6 inches.
Yeah.
Right? So if he's a foot taller than the average male is actually 6 feet.
I think he's a full.
He's 7'1". He's 7'1".
So a foot taller than me. So you got to add an inch for every.
It's got to be at least 9 inches, right?
Oh! It has. I mean, it has to be. It has to be. Wonder if we can find out anyone who knows Shaquille O'Neal's.
Well, there's
size.
that one girl that wrote a book, but she sucked so many dicks she might have got confused.
Superhead.
Yeah. She might be like, "What dick was?"
How can we find out
that was
Shaquille
Nick
O'Neal's
Anderson's
dick size?
Was that Derrick Rose's dick? And she's just like, "Oh,
Do you
they
know
were all
any
big."
NBA players?
Do I know any NBA players? No. That would be the way to find out. It's a former teammate. That's how you find out.
My buddy's dad coached the Magic.
When he was on it?
Yeah.
Oh, he knows.
Yeah. Why I really missed an opportunity to ask him about Shaq's dick then.
I asked every NFL player I've met. Once it's not weird, I'm like, so who is the biggest dick you've
Charles
ever seen?
Haley.
Oh, really?
Everyone says Charles Haley. Charles Haley's dick was so big, he'd go up and put it in people's pockets. By the way, hardcore bipolar. A lot of a football life. I've watched a lot of a football life.
Do they have that dick story in there?
No, but I heard Charles Haley had a massive dick.
That's what they're talking about right there.
And he'd go up and he'd put it in people's pockets, and you'd be sitting there, and he'd be sitting next to you, and his dick would be in your pocket. Type
that
in,
last picture right there, that's what he's talking about too. He's like, my dick's as big as 4 of your dicks.
Put in Charles Haley dick pocket.
Okay.
I wildest penis.
Wow.
He won't get there. He goes. There it goes. Troy Aikman reveals Charles Haley once put penis on NFL. Oh, these are probably stories Charles Haley doesn't want shared anymore. These were fun in the early 90s.
Let's see.
And now you're like, oh, that's sexual assault.
Charles Haley was one hell of an NFL player. Okay, so he reportedly used to walk up to teammates and blatantly masturbate right in front of them. He also used to reportedly say things like, you know you want to suck this, to guys like Joe Montana while holding his junk. Oh, my God. And according to Troy Aikman, there was even one time when Haley walked up behind fellow NFL player Matt Millen and placed his penis on Millen's shoulder while he was playing cards. It's a little unclear how. Okay, Charles Haley is a volatile, like unpredictable dude. That is insane, dude.
Just start masturbating.
Because do you realize too that he's such a big, like nasty player, like a dangerous kind of guy that he would do that, and you have to go like, all right, man, all right.
His body, when you watch him walk, he looks like the.
Go to the search results again of when you typed it in. The top one. Hit that one. Yeah.
His body when he walked, it looked like the guy who had the fake legs with the razor. Remember the?
Oh yeah.
That guy.
Yeah.
Charles Haley's body looks like that. Like he's on his toes. Like he looks like he's ready to sprint. He was.
Make that larger,
dude. He was legit an amazing fucking football player.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, he's a legend, Hall of Famer. Let's see. Here's the reputation. His reputation started with his penis, a fire hose of an organ that brought Haley more pride than any game-winning tackle. As he grew comfortable in the 49ers locker room, Haley would stroll up to an unsuspecting teammate, whip out his phallus, and repeatedly stroke it in his face. Players initially laughed it off, but Haley refused to stop. He would jerk off in the locker room, in the trainer's room. He'd wrap his hand around his peanut, turn toward Joe Montana or John Taylor and say, you know, you want to suck this? You only wish you had this, baby. Charles used to beat off in meetings while talking graphically about players' wives. Oh, my God, dude.
and
then it says it got to the point of ejaculation.
What?
Yeah. What? Haley was socially awkward and unflinchingly vicious. That's what I'm saying. So when you combine someone's viciousness with blatant, like aggressive sexual behavior, it is tough to be around. He's been prescribed medication to treat manic depression, would take the pills one day, skip the next. He exposed himself to a reporter from the San Mercury News.
He rarely passed up an opportunity to verbally pounce on a teammate's shortcomings. An ugly child, a protruding mole, a lisp.
See, it says he was a great player, says Dexter Carter, but there's only so much a man can tolerate. Yeah, he's got a lot of mental problems, it sounds like. Once he got going, the words flew from his mouth as if they were from a Browning 50 caliber machine gun. Anyone effeminate was a faggot. Oh, my God. African-American players who became close with the coaching staff were, House and things, and Uncle Tom's. Whites were honkies, Hispanics were spics. Jesus Christ. Oh, here's a Haley joke. A joke Haley told with particular brio. What do a Mexican and a hotel have in common? A mop. Twice.
I don't get it.
Because you're cleaning.
Oh, I thought it was like some.
Yeah. Twice his racial barbers resulted in fights with 49er teammate Jim Burt, a white defensive lineman who decked Haley both times.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. Dude, this is fantastic. Hey, save this article for me.
Charles Haley was fucking savage.
Oh my God, this is insane.
Can you imagine being in a meeting and with a guy with a big dick just jerking off?
Also, yeah, it's a guy who's like 6'4" and can kill you. This episode is brought to you by Feetures. I feel like there's nothing more annoying than having socks that you keep that suck. You know, like they have, like there's just something wrong with them. Like they slip down, or there's a hole that starts, or you feel like they don't feel good when you put them on, and you're like, and you just keep them. Like every time you pull them out, you're like, oh, here's my shitty socks, and you put them on, and they suck. And Feetures decided we're going to make an awesome. This is the best thing I can tell you about.
I love these fucking socks.
These socks feel like they are. They feel like you're not worthy to have them. You know what I mean? When you go in someone's house, this house is too nice for me. These are like these. They're so nice. They're so comfortable. You actually feel cushion support. They feel like you're wearing luxury socks. That's the best thing I could tell you. They're amazing, and they are the number one running sock in America. And you can see why Feetures has quickly become the number one running sock in America. For listeners of Two Bears, One Cave, you can receive $10 off your first pair of Feetures by going to Feetures, FEETURES.com. Use our code BEARS. That's $10 off your first pair when you go to Feetures, FEETURES.com. Enter the promo code BEARS at checkout. Again, that's Feetures.com. Use our code BEARS to get $10 off your first pair of Feetures.
If you haven't heard us talking about 4hims.com, you're not listening. 4hims is all about men's wellness. If you need help with hair loss, ED, or have a cold, interested in mental health, or even COVID-19 home test, that's right, COVID at home 19 tests, Hims is here for you. I love Hims. I started losing my hair when I was 22, and I got in front of it. And now I still can make it look like I still have a full head of hair because I started doing something about it. If you notice that your hair is thinning, you want to do something about it, go to 4hims.com. This was a company started by a man that knew some of the conversations men want to have with healthcare providers are better to have online than in person. You don't want to wait in those long lines like I had to when I was a kid. All you got to do, very easy, 66% of the men start losing their hair by age 36. Did you know that? I knew that. I knew that because that's when I started losing my hair. All you got to do is get online. Hims is going to connect you with a licensed medical professional to answer all your questions for free. And if they feel like you are the right guy for it, they're going to prescribe FDA products to treat your hair loss right for you. If approved, the products will be shipped discreetly and directly to your door. 4hims.com today is giving you the best offer yet. If you're not happy with your results after 90 days, Hims will give you a full refund. And now, right now, our listeners can get their first visit absolutely for free. Go to 4hims.com/bears. That's 4hims.com/bears. Full refund price paid available for first 90 days supply. Refund requests must be made between 90 and 180 days after product shipment delivered. Prescription products require an online consultation with a medical professional who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. That's 4hims.com/bears. I never understood guys who could jerk off, like, I won't say the comedian's name, but there's a comedian I was hearing a story about one time, and he was, I'll write it down for you. I'll just say it and bleep it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so they were all driving to, like, a gig, and I guess he just jerked off in the back.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can never understand that. Like, I don't have that in my wheelhouse to, like, if I'm going to masturbate, it's going to be alone. I don't want anyone to see it.
It's some people's thrill, though. It's some people's thrill. I mean, all those things become some people's, like, excitement, I don't know. I'm with you. I've heard about it, like, public masturbation things where I'm just like, I'm the same way. I'd be like, I don't think anything would be more mortifying for me to do. So...
Yeah,
it doesn't get me excited.
It doesn't get me excited. That's the weird part of what is crazy is it's some people's thrill. It's what turns people on, and then you start. The world has gotten into such a puritanical kind of like, we'll make the rules, we'll cancel everyone who doesn't follow by the rules. These are the rules. You cannot be turned on by, like, what's so funny? It's fucking little bit of mental gymnastics. I don't want anyone thinking I'm trying to say something I'm not about certain people, but, like, I can't look at when on Pornhub, when it says you'll, like, be scrolling, it'll say hot teen. I fucking scroll past it immediately. I'm like, I can't get onto that. I think because I have two teenagers in my house.
That's probably one of the reasons.
But here's what's crazy is that you go, there are people that's illegal, right?
Oh, under 18, yeah.
Yeah, but then they put that out there, like, right, going, hey, teenager, high school girl, but they're putting it out there. They need to scrub that from the fucking internet first.
Well, I think what they're trying to do is dance with taboo, and, like, people know, like, obviously there's an legal age, but there's also, like, other taboo things that get people going, like, somebody I forget who works in that business told me that, like, they said, at least according to them, that, like, one of the biggest most popular taboo like topic subject lines is like incest stuff. So it's like
not
real incest. But
Yeah,
like but the premise of the video will be like, it's father daughter or brother sister or like that.
How can someone get into that?
I don't know.
I mean, but
Forbidden, and I don't know.
When do you think that's going to happen? Where they start going through on our videos that we've jerked off to, and they start posting them online? Would you be comfortable with that? I would.
It would be a nightmare for me.
Why?
Because I've seen a lot of bad things, and they all make me come. No, I would not want my searches.
I've seen a lot of bad things, and they all make me come. And they all make me come.
Yeah, it's not good.
Oh, wait. I wonder what. I'm going to just pull up one of my Pornhub searches.
Bro,
okay?
I'm going to Charles Haley you if it's good. Let's see what it is.
I'll just type in P-O. This is the first thing that came up. Fucking not going to be. Whoa. Dude, Nubile Films puts out good shit.
What do they do?
It's just tasteful porn.
Oh.
But it's tasteful
like
porn.
a high production.
By the way,
value.
nubile is. I think nubile means young, but it's not young. It's like regular aged women. There's a fucking girl on there. It's like tasteful, like it's
tasteful.
shot well. I think
Sure.
it's like shot in 4K.
I like
lighting.
the one right below it. That looks very beautiful too.
Up close, asshole worship.
Nice.
It doesn't show what I was looking for something in the past. Wonder if I got something in here.
Go ahead.
Here we go. Pornhub Premium.
You subscribe?
No, I'm just seeing if this isn't. God damn it.
I don't subscribe to anything.
I was doing fans only for a couple porn stars. I stopped.
OnlyFans?
OnlyFans. Yeah.
Saying it like Robert Paul Champagne. Yeah.
That poor guy.
Wait, why'd you stop?
I don't know. I've been out of porn lately.
Yeah.
I've
never done that either. Except for we signed up in the office for Roberts to support him.
Yeah, I haven't really jerked off in a while.
Oh, I'm proud of you, man.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, I did once. Yeah, like a week ago, but then I haven't been jerking off a lot.
Yeah, usually my stuff is more
on the road. I jerk off more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was jerking off in the tour bus every morning.
I kind of look forward to it. Like when the show's over, we have dinner, I'm like, I would love to have my nightcap and jerk off and go to bed.
You know what's crazy? I used to have this joke that no one understood because I guess no one jerks off the way comics do on the road.
Yeah.
I was like, do you ever get that feeling where you're like, you get in the elevator of your hotel and you're like, ooh, I haven't jerked off today. I got a treat coming my way.
Yeah.
And everyone else would be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's
the opposite of that feeling is getting in the hotel and go, oh, I've already jerked off today.
Yeah.
I'm taking my treat away from me.
Sometimes you're like, it's a little hard to get this one out, and then it hits you. You're like, oh yeah, this is my third of the day.
I think of one time I went through a run recently, not recently, but like within the past, where I jerked off. I think I jerked off 3 times. It was on the road.
Yeah.
I jerked off 3 times in a day.
Yeah.
I go back to one time in Brazil.
Ooh.
Where I was hungover and I was like, all right, I got to jerk off before I go to work because I need to like fill up my serotonin. And I remember being sweating in no air conditioning in this hotel in the bathroom, just trying to jerk off, and I couldn't.
Yeah.
And I was just like, and all of a sudden I'm like, my blood pressure's about to be through the roof right now. Like I might have a stroke doing this.
I've had those. I've had those where I'm like, what's going on? And I'm like, just fucking like, and I can't focus on like the thought, like the sexual thought that I want to have to make it happen. And like, I'm like, God damn it. And then you're just like, man, I've been tugging on this thing for a minute and I'm breathing hard and it's not getting there. And then I like, if you see a mirror, you're like, you really need to get your life together. Like, it's a really pathetic feeling to feel like you can't fucking, I try to jerk off on flights where I'm like, I gotta.
Stop there.
Yeah.
Hold on. On a flight?
Yeah, I've tried it and I couldn't do it.
Just like in the bathroom?
No, just in the fucking aisle. Just yeah, like I've been like, I don't know, pent up.
I've thought about jerking off
like,
on flights and I never could get myself to do it.
Oh, I couldn't even get like 3/4. I was like, I'm gonna go jerk off in the bathroom, and then I'll go to the bathroom. I'll lock it, and I'll just be like too panicked, and then someone might check the door, and I'm like, hold on, I'm like,
Do you realize how canceled you get if you forgot to lock the door and you were jerking off on a flight and someone opened the door? I think there's a part of like people think of men jerking off as like a pervert act as opposed to maintenance.
Yes, only other men understand. Like women will never fully comprehend what it is to be like backed up. And like you're like not, you can be agitated and like not thinking clearly, all those things, and you just need to bust one out, and then you're like
yeah.
Like I think some women actually do get it. Like I think some of them go like, oh, like they've been for some reason they comprehend it enough, but a lot of them I don't think will ever understand it.
Leanne, one time I'm trying to remember how this worked out, but like I wanted to have sex. I come home off the road. I wanted to have sex, and she was like, "It's not going to happen this morning when you get back. So you may need to take care of yourself so you can deal."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's a good call." And I jerked off, and I was totally fine to be around.
Right.
But if I hadn't jerked off the whole time, I'd be thinking, and that sounds like, I think it's what it goes back to, this puritanical world that we're living in, where it's like, the cancel culture is writing the rules of how you need to behave. So if you behave,
and if you say a wrong thing,
fucking Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy?
What did he say?
I watched it 4 times and I was like, it was so crazy that I couldn't really get through it.
It was lots of talking in circle, like.
Yeah, I
heard him say something like that we are the true. Like that, white people are the actual savages and animals of the world. Which, by the way, I consider that not only to be factual, but sort of.
Yeah, I mean, I can see from his perspective where you would say that white people have done some absolute horrific things.
Here's the thing. So I heard that part, and he was like, like I heard him say like black people, the melanin, and then they have soul. That's why they're soul. I heard that.
Some of it just that didn't totally make a ton of sense to me. I was like, but that white people don't have compassion. Which, by the way, I got into a deep dive and started watching speeches.
But historically speaking, I'm saying,
yeah, historically,
right?
I'm
saying historically, if you want to look at like, I'm not coming from an emotional place saying this. If you want to just like study history, and you look at what like traditionally white, nations have done, they conquered and brutalized, and I'm not personally offended by that.
How about this? There's been a lot of brutality. I was reading this book about the Portuguese settlers who came down and kind of like, I'll tell you the name of the book so you can,
dude.
But like the fucking savagery that happened in the past.
Oh my God.
They were telling the story of. I'm reading a book about breathing right now.
That's a good one.
Press down to
pull up what I haven't actually.
It's called Conquerors. How Portugal. It's called Conquerors, dude. These fucking dudes were going in. They'd go in and they'd say to a tribal leader, like usually Muslim.
Yeah.
And I think they're Muslim. They'd be like, said to one guy, "Hey, we're coming to your city. Come out to the boat to greet us," the Portuguese. Yeah. And the guy was like, "I'm actually not feeling that well." And they're like, "Okay, we're just going to kill you and your entire family then to teach everyone a fucking lesson." Mm-hmm. And then they took one guy and they fucking tied him up on the boat, right? Muslim dude, shoved bacon down his throat and then shit in his mouth and beat him and then let him go. And they're like, "That's how, just so that's how we roll. So when we come by next time, have everything ready for us." Yeah. And he's like, "All right, totally will." They shit in his fucking mouth.
Dude, the Spaniards are like, does it not strike you as curious why they speak Spanish 3,000 miles from where Spanish is spoken. Like it's not an accident.
It's
like
not, it's not because it's a beautiful language.
No. Like they came here, they fucking murdered millions of people.
Millions.
They used to cut the native hands and feet off for fun. They would slit their throats. They would kill the babies. They would do horrific things. All this is to say, wait, first of all, that I think saying that historically speaking, whites are evil is not inaccurate. But I mean, it's not. It's like look at who's conquered all these.
It's just it's not coming from a place of where we are today, where we want to heal. Definitely when you have a platform as big as Nick Cannon's, you should maybe think twice about who you have on your podcast.
He had Professor Griff
who got kicked out of Public Enemy.
Yeah, Public Enemy.
They kept Flavor Flav in and kicked. What fucking crazy shit do you have to be saying in a Public Enemy meeting that they're like, hey man, you gotta fucking go. The guy with the clock, this fucking Brigitte Nielsen, who's been doing crack aggressively, allegedly.
Yeah. Wait, here's what I want to. So all this goes back to, I don't know what the because I saw all these things about him being anti-Semitic. I want to know what he says. So it says here in quotes, I find myself wanting to debate this idea, and it gets real wishy and washy.
I didn't see this.
And unclear for me when we give so much power to the theys, and the theys turn into Illuminati, the Zionists, the Rothschilds. Mr. Cannon said it later in the podcast. He also echoed Mr. Griffin's remarks about how black people are Semitic people by definition, and that Semitic people are not white. You can't be anti-Semitic when we are the Semitic people, Mr. Cannon said. That's our birthright, so if that's truly our birthright, there's no hate involved. I mean, this is kind of a semantics combined with conspiracy theory. So basically, maybe they have fired him for being dumb. Like
anyone who's I believe anyone who's racist is dumb.
Right.
I think that is the.
But this is, I mean, that's what he's saying though is nonsense.
It really is not. Like I said, I watched it 4 times and I couldn't get through it because I was like, none of this makes sense. Yeah. Like it really seems like.
I would say, Mr. Cannon, you're right in that white people are evil, but you are not correct in your Illuminati Rothschilds. I
don't even know what Rothschilds, and I don't know. This goes back.
It's like old. That's old, basically Jewish conspiracy theory bullshit, like shit that people are like, they're controlling everything from behind.
What stinks is I just wanted to get us on Wild and Out, and now that's done.
Yeah, we can start our own.
I watched some Wild and Out. Let me tell you something. There's some blind spots with racism on that show.
Oh, really?
The poor fucking Asian kid gets it so bad.
They like
everything's an old Asian joke where like at one point I think Nick Cannon says to the Asian kid, something you be kicking out, get back and fucking make me my Kung Pao chicken, and the poor Asian kid's like, hey man, this is national TV. Can you treat me like a human?
Yeah. Also, like you guys,
you're my boss.
This is like, how many episodes have we done? We've run through the whole menu. I mean, we've done General Tso's, we've done the fucking kimchi. Like, let's come up with some new stuff, man.
It's interesting. It's an interesting assessment for cancel culture because he gets fired from Viacom.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so,
where is that? Did that fall?
He loses legit money. He's getting fired from The Mask and from the America's Got Talent.
Oh yeah.
You can't have him on. No. And so, what are you looking for?
It fucking opened.
What is it?
This was for you.
Is it cocaine?
Yeah.
Are we doing cocaine today? I could definitely do a bump of coke.
Oh man, there's like fucking $6,000 on the floor right now.
Is that really coke?
Someone's gonna snort that off the ground. We're not letting that go.
That's sugar.
I know.
Is that how much sugar I take in my...
In a week of a gallon a day Kool-Aid, yeah.
That's not that bad. In a week? Spread that out for a week?
I guess.
It's not that bad. So wait, let's talk about cancel culture because this is what's interesting to this is...
My trainer made that, by the way.
Your trainer put that
He
together?
listened to the show and he was like, is Bert really drinking that much Kool-Aid?
I've been cutting back on Kool-Aid.
He was pretty serious, and I go, yeah. He was like, dude, the sugar intake on that. And I was like, that's what I thought. And then I was like, but he's not drinking like the full. He's drinking the low calorie.
Low cal, 5 calories, 10 calories, whatever. Some are 5, some are 10.
And then, well, he pulled up a thing that it said, I don't know which one you actually have. So it said like 25 grams per serving or something like that.
Yeah.
So he was like, he came over and he was like, this is how much sugar that is. And I was like, oh, I'll give it to Bert.
Oh, this isn't bad.
Yeah, well,
that seems like a lot of sugar.
Some fell out on the ground, like actually a lot.
A lot fell out on the ground.
Yeah,
that does seem like a lot of sugar just to be going like,
Yeah.
So he gets fired from Viacom, right?
Yeah.
Which is basically, I think he just has Wild and Out with Viacom.
I don't know. He has a lot of things going on.
But you know, he's probably going to get fired from The Mask. And I'll tell you this much. Does Viacom own Fox? No,
CBS?
Disney owns
Viacom
Fox.
owns CBS.
Yeah, so he's going to get fired from he's going to have to make like a legit apology, but
I
he
think
will not.
Yeah, he made statements that he was just like, see, I'm an advocate for people to be heard and about anti-racism, blah, blah, blah. When you look at the media, other sectors of our nation's history, African Americans, the people of the Jewish community have partnered to create one of the best.
Man, why do black people hate Jewish people that much? Like, it seems like a lot of people, a lot of it's coming up on when you're going online.
I think he's parroting.
Why does anyone fucking hate anyone? There's no.
Well, that's
like,
a good question.
I mean, it's so silly that like.
But he's parroting a lot of Farrakhan stuff, I think.
Man, but everyone's quoting Farrakhan these days.
Yeah.
Everyone is quoting Farrakhan.
You might want to check those quotes before you repeat them, because he's said. I mean, he's a really eloquent and elegant public speaker, and like he can or like seduce anybody with words. Like he's an amazing speaker,
he is a good speaker.
He will also drop things in that you might not fully understand until you study it.
Yeah,
like he can talk circles around anyone.
If Louis Farrakhan wanted to be on Two Bears One Cave, would you let him?
I'd be like, I don't think we should. And then if like he got on the phone, I'd be like, I'll see you at 7. Like, I'd be like, yeah, he's like that type of speaker.
But what's interesting is like I went on Twitter last night, and a lot of people had Nick Cannon's back and were like, he's just speaking the truth. Like an abnormal amount of people. And I was like, well, but then you get like legit level-headed people going like, hey guys, I don't know if I can qualify that what he said is it's racist statements, but he doesn't sound like a racist. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I think what's happening and this happens just in life and conversations, it's like part of your statement might be worthwhile and not offensive or not untrue, and then like the next part of what you say becomes the problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like you go, that thing you said was horrible. He's like, well, these points were legit. And you go, okay, well, yeah, up until there. But then when you added this, it kind of takes everything away. And I think that's kind of what happened there. Like,
this is why you shouldn't read books.
Tell me about that.
Because what happens is you read a book, like I'm sure Nick Cannon did. Mm-hmm. He's got a PhD at fucking Howard.
He does?
He's going for his PhD. I did a lot of research on Nick Cannon last night.
He's going for his PhD?
He's going for his PhD at Howard. He went to Howard. He was we were in a deal with Will Smith at the same time. I feel like tethered to Nick Cannon in a weird way because we were in a deal at Overbrook at the exact same time. He was developing a sitcom for Nick.
You guys were kind of in an entanglement together.
We were a little. Do not get me started. I'm so fucking angry at that fucking red table. I do not like the way they did Will. That's bullshit.
That was uncomfortable.
It was uncomfortable, and it's fucking taking down. It's taking
I've
down
said it already,
good fucking man.
But like I love that he actually, when she was like, "Yeah, I found myself in this entanglement," and he was finally like, "Entanglement."
Yeah.
He's like, "Relationship," and she was like, "Yeah, however you want to say it." It's like, wait a minute, no one uses the word entanglement.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? I hate when people soften language to diminish their accountability. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I went into this bar and I got into a bit of a I got into a disagreement. Like, what happened? Oh, I broke this guy's jaw. And you're like, well, you mean you punched someone?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Why'd you say disagreement? So that I could diminish my accountability as to what I did. And that's exactly what she's doing.
That bothered me
gross.
watching that. I was like, why? This is my perspective. As his life partner that Jada is, and they have a business together.
I thought you were about to say that you were his life partner.
No.
Okay. I really did. I thought you were about to say as his life partner.
As his life partner, as Jada suggests that she is.
Uh-huh.
And they have a team together.
Yeah, it's an interesting world they built.
You could never flip that. You could never have him take her down the way she took him down. She took him down. Like she made him bend at the knee and go in front of everybody. And then by the way, he's a movie star. Now all anyone's gonna see, everything Donnell said, you don't ever want to be a meme. All anyone sees now is that they don't remember
that face.
They don't remember the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the fucking the Fresh Prince, all his fucking movies, Independence Day, fucking Happiness, or whatever the other one was. All they see is that fucking face. How the fuck you're taking him down? And
we talked about, like, why would you feel the need to broadcast that as opposed to just being like, hey, we don't have to
tell everyone everything.
No. Why? I don't understand that. Can I tell you my theory on why?
Yeah.
It goes back to what, do you remember when the celebrities did the, like, I hold myself accountable and fucking what was their thing? I take responsibility. And Jesse from fucking Breaking Bad was like, I take responsibility. Right? That thing, like, we were like, okay. So
wait, can you play it? I want to see it real quick.
So
I met that guy. He's such a cool dude, but man, he went
shit
hard.
Yeah, Aaron Paul. Yeah,
Aaron Paul.
Woo!
I did Conan with him.
Yeah. So
I take responsibility. Oh,
yeah, he did.
I wish I could get there. See, that's what. Can I hit pause? Hit pause. When I said, Tom, when I said I love me when I'm drunk,
yeah,
it's because I go there. That place.
Super sincere and like.
But it's like it's so mockable.
Yeah.
Like it's so, like. I was explaining to someone I'm working on a project, and I was explaining to someone. They're like, "Are you being serious?" And I go, "Yeah," and they're like, well, hold on. And I go, hold on. When I'm serious, it's funnier than when I'm trying to be funny. Like when I'm serious, it is so, you can make fun of it so quickly.
Yes.
That it is as enjoyable, if not more enjoyable, than when I'm trying to be funny.
I totally agree.
And so when I get drunk, I go there. So when I go fucking 72 Dolphins, if you had been in the room with me, you would have been crying laughing.
I bet I would have.
Because there needs to be a name for that. When you go full fucking I just want to see him. Shout out to Aaron Paul, by the way.
Yeah, let's see this.
Oh, can I put my headsets on? I just want to hear him. This is I know that people have already.
Take responsibility.
Who's that, by the way?
That's Paulson.
That lady.
Yeah. Sarah Paulson?
Sarah Paulson.
Is she a senator or something?
She's an actress.
In what?
She's been in a bunch of things.
Never heard of her.
American Horror Story.
She's really
never heard of American Horror Story.
Okay.
Responsibility.
I take responsibility.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
But
oh my god.
His gets more intense.
Yeah. Go to his.
His gets way more intense.
Tom, can we splice ourselves into this?
Responsibility.
Oh, it's been done.
I take responsibility
Who are these fucking
for
people?
every
They're all
unchecked
actors.
moment.
For every time it was easier
know her.
to ignore
Yeah, of
than
course.
to call
Shout out
it
to hit
was.
pause for a second. Shout out to Dax Shepard. I think I shit on him one time. Someone texted me, and then I was like, I like Dax Shepard. Did I shit on him one time?
I don't know, but this is like that sincere thing you're talking about. That it's even funnier.
Hey, I want to say this to Dax Shepard. I'm gonna fucking go full Paulson.
Okay, do it.
But I can't. I just go back to the fucking video.
For what it was.
Every not so funny
Who the
joke.
fuck is this?
He's an actor.
Who and what?
Every unfair
I
stereotype.
don't know.
Every blatant injustice,
Who the
no
fuck
matter
is
how
this?
big or
What
small.
are you talking about? That's
Who are these fucking people?
That was Deborah Messing.
Deborah Messing.
Oh, it didn't
Will
look
and
like
Grace,
her.
right?
Dude, she
This is a
got
Duplass
lit up.
brother.
Who?
This is a Duplass brother. Mark Duplass?
Oh, I know who that is. I don't know, but I know he is. He's friends with Steve Renazizi.
Yeah, he's a really talented guy.
Is he?
Yes.
Wait, well, hang on. You said that like you're a big fan of his. What's he done?
The Duplass brothers are they're also like they're creators too. So they
did The Matrix.
No, but they're directors, writers.
Anything
actors.
we've seen, is it better than Palm Springs? Shout out to Andy Samberg. Palm Springs is fucking awesome.
What's that?
Oh my God, Palm Springs is fucking awesome.
The town?
No, Andy Samberg's new movie, Palm Springs.
Where is it?
It is so fucking good. You got to watch it. It's on Hulu. It is Tom. It's
what kind of movie is it?
Time travel.
Comedy?
Comedy, time travel, dark comedy, time travel.
Dark comedy or like ridiculous, over the top?
Dark comedy. Yeah, dark comedy. I watched it with the girls in the first opening scene. He's like jerking off in front of it, and my daughter's like, Dad. And I was like, close your eyes. And that's the only dirty part.
I love that. Do you want to know what my fucking 4-year-old's into right now?
What?
You leave that up, by the way.
I want to
go back to that. He is into fucking wildlife, like kills. So he's like, I want to see a snake eat a rabbit, and I'm like, okay. And then I'll start to play. I'm like, I'm like, this is pretty intense, man. And you're 4. He's like, I like it. And I go, you like watching this rabbit get strangled to death by a snake and then eaten? He's like, yeah. And then I press play, and I'm like, I'm kind of hesitating. He's like, show me a snake eating a pig. And I'm like, and then I started to play that, and I go, dude, look at that thing. He goes, yeah.
Hey, when's preschool start?
I'm like, holy shit, man. I go, this isn't scaring you? He goes, no, I like it. So we just sit there and watch snakes fucking eating things, man. It's really kind of makes me uncomfortable.
That's fucking. You need to get him a snake.
No.
I know what I'm getting him for his birthday.
Shut up. All right. Look, there are so many reasons why we need to lead healthier lifestyles, doing things with our core needs. It looks like the number one need for a performing person continues to be replenishing yourself with electrolytes. Like, I know you need them after those runs you go on. They're for when you sweat, you work out, keto flu, which is a very common need. People associate it with electrolyte deficiency, electrolytes with fasting. A lot of people are into intermittent fasting. This is the thing you need. And the thing is that you can't get it from sugar, artificial ingredients. It's unhealthy and unneeded. And there is none in LMNT. It's for low carb or fasting. Electrolytes are like key for those headaches, those cramping. Rob Wolf, the founder, a biochemist, New York Times bestselling author, has developed this product, and there's a lot of great endorsers behind it. Special Forces, U.S. Special Forces are using it, like Navy SEALs, sniper teams, U.S. Olympics, NFL teams use it that we can't disclose whom, NBA teams. A lot of people are using it and having fantastic results. There is a totally risk-free refund, no questions asked if you want to try it out. This episode brought to you by Drink LMNT, which is our go-to electrolyte drink because it has no sugar, no artificial ingredients. It makes a kick-ass zero sugar margarita. Get the LMNT variety pack to sample all their flavors. Go to drinklmnt.com/bears to check it out. That's drinklmnt.com/bears. Check it out. Bert, you might want to try.
I want to try it so bad. I need to be hydrated today.
Wait, okay. Whoa, look at the way Aaron's looking at us right here. I feel like he's chastising me for letting my son watch those videos.
Oh. Who's this?
Okay.
Killer cops must be prosecuted. They are murderers. We can turn the tide. It is time to take responsibility. Call out hate. Step up and take action.
All right.
Is he talking about Nick Cannon? We need to stamp out hate and take action.
I think you might be right. Oh,
that is, I can't believe those people are famous. I've never seen any of them. I've never seen any of them.
This goes to my point.
Hang on. He's had, I'm not shitting on Aaron Paul at all.
I'm going to forget if I don't.
He's been on one TV show, right? Breaking Bad.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure he's been done more than that, but that's the most famous.
Okay. So, like, what's the threshold for fucking fame these days? I got to be more famous than fucking 80% of those people on there. Pull them up. Pull them up. But I guarantee you I am. I guarantee you I am more famous. I guarantee you I bet I'm more famous than Aaron Paul.
No.
Let's see.
Okay.
Let's see. Go to Google Trends. Google Trends. See if I'm more famous than Aaron Paul.
Okay.
What do you think? Do you think Aaron Paul's not right now, not in history?
Oh, right now.
Right now. Type in Bert Kreischer. BertKreischer. American comedian, American stand-up comedian. Okay, that's this year. Type in. Hang on. Go to under past 12 months to the left. Go to total. 2004 to present. Okay. Now type in Aaron Paul. I want to wait. For this.
Okay.
I want to wait for this.
I don't look yet.
Oh my God. He fucking destroys me. I'm not even a blip on his radar.
It's all red on that map.
Holy fuck.
But if you zoom in on the current, like exactly right now.
Right now I'm more famous
right.
than he
You're
is.
right.
Right now I am. Yeah. But he destroys me.
All time. Because
All
he was
time.
on the biggest fucking show of all time.
Was it big?
Breaking Bad?
I never watched Breaking Bad.
You've never seen it?
No. Type in, let's go. Hey, name the other, what's that other lady's name? Type in Sarah Paulson. I fucking destroy her.
Okay.
Celebrity golf match.
You do this on your own all the time, don't you?
I do this a lot. Destroy Sarah Paulson. Type in Duplass Brothers. Type in Duplass. Yeah. Type in Duplass. Duplass?
Yeah.
Mark or David, which one.
Okay.
Mark Duplass. Destroy Mark Duplass. I am beating his dick in the dirt right now. Okay. Type in what are the other names? Deborah Messinger.
Messinger?
Deborah Messing. I'm not going to beat Deborah Messing.
No.
Will and Grace is so fucking big. There's no way I'm even holding a candle to Deborah Messing.
Let's see.
Destroy Deborah Messing. Don't leave it there. Leave it at misspelling.
That's her. When?
That's this year.
Oh, that's at the peak.
That's September 2019.
Oh, wow. She had a big.
And
Oh, that's when the show came back.
Yeah, and she probably got in trouble for saying something.
But Jesus, look at Aaron Paul when Breaking Bad was on.
By the way,
that spike is.
That's really big.
Yeah. Holy shit, dude.
Type in Chris D'Elia. His spike's going to be fucking massive. You want to see what fame is? Not fame, but...
Yeah.
Now, this is the difference between... That's cancel culture.
Holy shit.
Look at that. Type in... You want to see, like...
Fuck.
I know.
Go... Can you change the period? Like, can you make it a shorter period? And that's Chris?
Yeah.
Fucking A, man.
Look at the purple's all the states that are Googling him. But yeah, you know what? I got Chris in North Dakota.
That's Idaho.
Is that?
Oh yeah.
It looks like North Dakota.
Oh, maybe you're right. You're right. Yeah. Oh no, it's that whoever's red. Aaron Paul's got Idaho. Jesus Christ.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy, man. Is there an actual number that you associate that spike with? Like, is there an actual number that you see or no?
No.
No?
If it's crazy because, like, I guarantee you, type in Nick Cannon, I guarantee you he's probably as high, if not higher than D'Elia right now because of cancel culture.
Let's see. Which one's Nick?
Is green, but that's what did he do then? What's crazy is you can go look at that date and then put it in Google, and it'll tell you what happened during that time.
Yeah.
Oh, Nick Cannon's fucking just gonna go higher. He's really killing. By the way, hang on. This is what's not depressing. Whatever. Whatever side you're on, I don't really care about the sides right now. But like, what sucks is like Nick Cannon was doing good fucking work. Those are all without controversy. That's just him working and creating.
Yeah.
And then controversy comes, and it's gonna be just an uphill battle now.
Oh, I gotta tell you my theory though.
Let me hear it.
So the theory was proposed when the actors did the I Take Responsibility.
Yeah.
What the fuck are they doing? And I think it might have been Joe that said it. Might have been Joe that said they're not working. So it's like a variation. Like, there is a sincerity to it, but it's still like, I haven't done anything. I'm not acting anymore, right? Like, you're done.
Yeah.
I think that holds true to why, if you were Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith, and you go like, hey, do we want to talk about this and publicly? And you're not doing anything. Like, you're not acting, you're not producing, you're not making a project. And you haven't been. You haven't been March, April, May, June. All of a sudden July comes around. It's like, hey, do you want to talk about that thing? And it's like, you mean to tell, like, if she was like on a show that was airing right now, he was wrapping up a movie, about to do a press tour. He's like, let's go on Red Table Talk and talk about that. Not a fucking chance.
No.
It's that there's nothing going on. And you're like, you know what? And then in 6 months, when they go, why did we do that? They're going to have to be like, because we were bored. And so we decided to air like our personal shit. I think it's crazy.
It's this, I've always said, I look at like celebrities that tweet virtue signaling stuff and get the likes and the retweets. I guess it's what they believe or whatever, but people that tweet out like in the moment stuff, and I go, it's just, they just don't have any content to create. They don't know how to make anything. And so they know that this is a way to stay relevant and in the eye and be famous. Like, a lot of people just want to be famous.
The only thing that I would say, though, to speak to that, is that you can feel a way about a topic sincerely.
Yeah.
And then people just go, oh, you're virtue signaling. Like, well, what if it's something you actually do care about?
It's like when people go, like when people just tweet out, is anyone going to acknowledge that we have an absolute lunatic running this country? It's like on a Tuesday, and you're like, we're all in the same boat. We know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
But you're saying this in a way where you're like, you just want the likes, and I get it.
Yeah.
But that's
and you want the acknowledgement and the
they don't know how to
validation.
make content.
Right.
And that's what I'm not shitting on any of those people. When I'm joking when I go, I bet I'm more famous than Deborah Messing or whatever. But like, Deborah Messing is really one of those people that tweets every day politics.
Yeah, there's some people
goes hard.
that's their lane. They're like, I'm using my platform to.
Oh, someone said. I heard someone say, "Oh, I wish I could credit." I'm going to say this, and then someone's going to go, "I said it. Please give me credit." That this is what happens when women age out of Hollywood. Is they just start getting political.
Oh yeah.
Is that they're like, I'm no longer. They're not Googling me for me in a bikini anymore.
Yeah.
I need to Google me. I'm sure I heard it on a podcast.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting theory. But I always look at like, why not just make something, like make content, like do a podcast is great. But like, Leanne did a podcast with Georgia and Isla that she's like, you really need to listen to it. Your daughters are really unhappy with you. And I'm like, why would you put that out on a podcast? She's like, well, no, I just think it's an interesting conversation that we had. And I was like, why are you telling everyone that?
Yeah.
So they're like, well, the fact that you're always in Speedos, the girls hate it. And I'm like, hey, don't put that out there. Like, I'm not going to stop wearing Speedos. And now if I'm in a Speedo and I put it on fucking line, everyone has this backstory of how that makes the girls feel upset. And they're like, well, it's like the picture of you naked that you have in your man cave. The girls hate that picture. And I was like, it's in my fucking like.
You're the eccentric dad, dude.
Yeah, I go, I'm sorry, I'm broken. I'm not like the perfect dad, but like, and they were like, on the ride here, we're talking about fucking cars. So I said, we got the one car that we have now, and I'll just say it's a BMW. It's a nice car, but it's not like the most expensive BMW you can get, but it's an expensive BMW in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a nice car.
And so I said, Leanne wants a new car, and this lease is coming up, and I said, she goes, we're getting a good deal on this BMW, and why don't we just buy it outright, because we know it's a good car, and we barely drove it, and we're going to get a good deal on it because of what's going on with the pandemic. They said they'll give us a good deal. Let's just get the BMW. And I said, well, let's just give that to Georgia. And she goes, Georgia doesn't want that car. And I was like, I don't give a fuck what she wants. It's a great fucking car. She goes, no, Georgia doesn't want to look like a rich kid. I I go, she's not a rich kid. She goes, no, if she drives that car, then she's a spoiled rich kid. She doesn't want to look like that. I was like, I wanted to look like that my whole fucking life.
Yep.
Like, I always wanted to look like we didn't have money growing up.
Yeah.
Like, we could have things, but we couldn't. I didn't get like the car I wanted. I got a car that drove. Yeah. And I would look at the kids who got all the nice shit and be like, God, I would love to be that kid.
I kind of get it though, because I do remember going to school and there was like a handful of kids that got like, you know, not exotics, but like luxury cars. And you were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Right? Because they're like 16 and they're in these like $80,000. And you're like, that's insane. I mean, I'm saying I understand that both perspectives. One, that you would be like, it's the car that I'm giving you and you're driving it. Like, I totally get that.
So you want me to go out and buy a new, so as opposed to the car that we have, you want me to go out and buy, and then I'm like, and so Leanne wants a new car. We have this car. We're going to buy this car. We have the other car that we own. And then I'm going to go and buy. So as opposed to being, it's just none of it made fucking sense. And she goes, what we talk about on the podcast? I go, don't. That's like don't.
What podcast does she talk about it on?
On
hers?
Wife of the Party. And I'm like, part of me is like, I haven't listened to it, so I'm sure I'm making it worse than it is.
It makes me want to listen to it.
Oh. But I'm like, and you know the girls in that format, when there's a microphone in front of you, they may be speaking in hyperbole just to
like
make
their dad?
Like their dad. And she's like, you know, Isla one time said that she doesn't like me being famous, or not famous, but known.
Yeah.
Because it makes her uncomfortable that people know who she is, that she doesn't know them. She goes, it always feels like people are coming at me from a weird angle. But
it's a valid feeling.
It's a valid feeling. And I was like, yeah, well, keep your mouth shut because it pays the bills. Like, I don't have to tell you.
They're going to be in so much therapy.
I know. I'm such a bad parent. Like,
No,
I look
you're
at
not.
you and Bill and Joe, where you guys had it you guys are so lucky because you're doing it when you want to do it. Like, not to say I didn't want to be a dad, but I wanted a career more. Like, I couldn't just sit. Like, when the other day we were FaceTiming, you're playing and they're throwing rocks in the back and you're just being patient.
Yeah.
I would never have been patient. I would have been like, hey, fucking stop. Like,
well, I do that too. I mean, everybody has their breaking points on different days.
I couldn't enjoy sitting with the girl. I've got to shit. I almost shit my pants right there. I couldn't enjoy sitting with the girls on like a Tuesday afternoon and reading a book or going to the park because I felt like I wasn't working.
Yeah.
Like all I could see was the glaring truth that I was not working and I was not providing for this family.
I totally understand that because we had conversations about kids, you know, all in that time.
Yeah.
And we were just like, well, how could we do it though? We can't do it, you know, because we couldn't afford to do it.
Yeah, and we just did it when we couldn't afford to do it. And
I know.
I remember hearing Adam Carolla one time say, it's irresponsible to have children if you live in an apartment. And I was living in an apartment at the time.
Well, that's
I was like,
that's not true though. It's not irresponsible to.
That's what he said. By the way, I'm not shitting on Adam Carolla. He's just
no, I know. I think like without getting the explanation from him, I think like he's meaning it in a certain way.
Like you should be able to afford a child if you have a child.
Yeah, that's kind of he's using that.
We did not.
Yeah,
we did not. We could not afford a child when we had a child. We just had a child, and then we
had
were like
another one,
and then we had another one, and I was like, we'll figure this out.
Yeah,
and so then, and I think most.
But here's the
people
thing,
are
though.
like that.
It worked out, man. Like you got two great girls, and your career's on fire, and like no, it all worked out.
It worked out, but it's like at the expense of what? Of like these kids that are like I guess Leanne said at one point, you know, because I remember going to school with the girls and seeing successful dads.
Yeah.
The same way when like I was a kid and I saw kids with nice cars pull up and I was like, I want to be a nice guy. I remember seeing famous dads at school and being like, that's got to be fucking nice.
The
like,
best. Yeah.
You got money. You got tons of money. People respect you.
Yeah.
Like I would tell people I remember we went to school with Fred Savage. Mm-hmm. And Fred Savage walked in. Fred Savage was, I can't say is, but at the time was an amazing fucking dad because he didn't have any other cares in the world. He had no fucking cares. He would just sit and he'd be in the moment and involved. He'd play with other kids. Like he'd play with fucking kids. He'd be down on his knees like at this preschool playing with kids. There were so many famous parents at this school. Nia Vardalos, Ian Gomez, her husband. He's in like Wildcats or whatever.
Yeah.
Foxes or Cougars, Cougar Town. Jay Chandrasekhar.
By the way, I find it somewhat ironic that you dismissed a video with people and you're like, I've never heard of them, they're not famous, and now you're listing people who I feel the same way about.
Fred Savage. I was so shitty about it.
You were like upset that they were famous.
I was like not upset, but I was just like, by the way, I'm being very honest right now. So if you're any of these people that we were friends with Nia and Ian, I wasn't like, I was just like, I was like jealous that like that people looked at them and were like,
you're a success. I know
you're a
who
success.
you are. Yeah,
and then they would look at me and go, so you're still going for it, huh?
Yeah.
And you're like, well, I'm doing good then. They're like,
those
okay.
things never. I've probably told it here. There's some things you'll never forget. You never forget. Like never forget. I was in New York, opening at a club, and someone I went to college with brought their husband, and I was featuring.
Yeah.
And they, it was a great show. That's the thing, is like, it's a great show. It's like one of those nights where you're like killed. I mean, you're doing 20, but like you kill. And then we're talking afterwards, blah, blah, blah. And the husband, who I don't know, was like, hey man, like, so how long are you going to keep doing this? Oh. And I go, what? He's like, well, how long are you going to keep doing this? I go, what do you mean? And he's like, I mean, like this was great, but it's like, kind of, isn't it time to shift gears? And I was like, shift gears? Like,
oh,
what are you talking about, man?
Those are, I don't think people understand how searing those are, those moments. Cause you're
you're just like,
you're in a great mood. I remember being at that school and Fred Savage, all the famous parents were there.
You told me, I'm cutting you off. You told me about one time after a show, friends were there. Like, I don't know if it was in Tampa or something.
Yeah.
And one of the guys was like, oh, bro, how much money did you make? And he took your check. And he's like, there were so many people there, but you got like fucking paid.
Yeah.
And you're like, because no one understands that, like, when you're starting out, they see the full house and they go, oh, you did this? And you're like, well, I didn't do this. They did. It's kind of complicated, man.
Yeah.
and then they're going to pay me like they did this. Like, they're not going to pay me a lot. Those things stick with you,
dude,
right?
We were, when I remember I was on Comedy Central doing that reality show, Reality Bites Back.
Yeah.
And we were the school was called the Sunshine Shack. And that's where all these famous parents had their kids. All their kids are graduated. I'm not blowing up the school. It's a good fucking school if it's still around. But and Fred Savage was like fucking who's the guy who played Steve Prefontaine? He went to Billy Crudup went there. Billy Crudup's girlfriend or wife who was in Weeds, that lady, I forget her name. She was like, all these fucking famous parents were there, and we're there. It's And I remember Fred Savage is on the ground playing with kids, and they're like, he is so amazing. All these moms, he is so amazing. And I was like, yeah, he really is. And they're like, I mean, to be like you look at like him and Billy, they're so involved as dads. And I was like, yeah. And by the way, this is the school that I brought the fucking beer to, thought it was a Diet Coke. This is legit that school, right? And so I go, I'm such a fuck up. And they're like, yeah, you want to be like an actor or something, right, Bert? And I was like, well, I'm a comedian. And they're like, no, but like you want to be like them, right? And I was like, that's not, yeah, that is real, but the way you're saying it is hurting my feelings.
Yeah.
And then I lashed out and I go, it's really amazing that Fred Savage is a good dad. And they're like, what do you mean? And I go, well, considering who his dad is. And they're like, who's his dad? And I go, Randy the Macho Man Savage. And they were like, what? And I go, yeah, his mom was Miss Elizabeth and his dad's Randy Macho Man. I said, you didn't know that? He's like a celebrity kid. That's his dad. That's how he got in the business. And they're like, whoa. It's
pretty intense, bro.
And then it got back to Fred Savage, and Leanne pulled me aside. She's like, what the fuck did you say about Fred Savage?
Did he say something to you?
I never spoke to him. But I remember, you want to know something fucking crazy? Someone took a picture of Billy Crudup and his wife at the time. I don't know who he was dating, but he was like dating someone. Billy Crudup was the nicest fucking guy in the world.
Yeah.
The legit nicest. The nicest guy in the world. But he was like in this entanglement at the time. And someone at the end of year party took a picture of him at our little thing and then sold it to TMZ, and they fucking came to me. And they were like, did you take a picture of Billy Crudup and sell it? And by the way, I had a great camera at the time, but I'm a dad. I had a great fucking camera. And I was
and
like,
they're also like, you're struggling. Did you do it?
And I remember being like,
and you're
no.
like, God damn, no.
And I was like, I guess I can't bring my camera out anymore because like everyone. And then I was like, and then I have that problem where if you accuse me of something, I start behaving guilty.
Yeah.
And so then I couldn't be even talk to Billy Crudup anymore because I was like, hey man, no pictures, right? Or you know what I mean? And he was like, huh? Fucking.
All right.
You're just lucky to be a dad now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I love it, but yeah, I wanted to get started earlier. I did.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did.
I wonder if there's dads watching this that identify with what I'm saying, or if I'm like
There's dads
crazy.
identifying with both of us for sure.
My second family, I'll do right with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just got to get your wife a fast car and just tell her like it hits 210. See if you can do it.
Liquored up.
Yeah. Yep.
Little.
Try it backwards. You can do it backwards on the freeway at night.
How the fuck? I want to drink.
So
so
what are you
bad.
gonna get? What are you gonna get, Georgia? Let me do all the car shopping
wants,
with you.
She wants a fucking.
What does she want?
A fucking minivan.
She wants a minivan. She wants a Hyundai Odyssey.
She wants a minivan or a pickup truck. Just a beater, Dad. I want a beater. I don't want anyone to think. I'm like, baby, I'm not gonna get you a piece of shit car because I want you to be safe. We live in Los Angeles. If your car breaks down, there are gangbangers. There's like, this is not a safe fucking city. When you get in your car, I want you to get to where you're going. I want to get you a new car. And she was like, I don't want a new car. I don't want a new car. Dad, I'm not a new car kid. And I'm like, the fuck you are. Just
so you're gonna
up.
keep the BMW?
Yeah, I guess we're gonna fucking 5 cars because we don't want to look rich. We're gonna have 5 mediocre fucking cars because no one wants to be fucking pretentious in my family.
God, we're different.
Dude, I am so frustrated with this.
I'm like, I'm always. Christina's like, can you stop with the cars? I'm like, yeah, it's fine.
Oh, can I tell you? I was talking to someone the other day, and they're like,
and then I'm like, I feel like if we park against that wall, I could get another one in here.
You know what? So I was talking to someone. They were like, you really fucked up your branding. I go, what do you mean? And they're like, well, your branding, like you should have done what Tom's doing. And I was like, what do you mean? They're like, well, Tom's known as like the car guy, like he loves cars. So then he gets great cars, like that's great. And they're like, what do you get? Hot sauces and beer. And I went, yeah, what the fuck? My branding is fucking flip-flops, Speedos, hot sauces, and alcohol.
It's who you are.
It's who I am.
It's totally who you are.
I want to get drunk so bad.
Let's start. Hold on. We got to tell this real quick. You had like, I didn't even pay attention to it on a previous episode. Like you just were like, oh, it's so good to be back. It sucks that it's ending soon though. And it was so quick. And people thought that you were saying that Two Bears is ending.
Yeah, I don't remember doing that.
Yeah. So that happens a lot when you're friends with him.
Yeah.
And it's not ending. So I don't know why he said that. I don't know why he says a lot of the things that he says. But the podcast is continuing.
God, I have no recollection. I saw Nadav sent it last night, and I was like, wait, who said it's ending?
Yeah, I don't know.
And they're like, Bert said it's ending. It's not ending.
Yeah, it definitely was. We checked, and it was definitely you. But yeah, it's not ending.
Yeah, it's not ending. I never told you my Christian Okoye story.
Can we save it for the next one?
Yeah, of course. Hey guys, cliffhanger.
All right.
Hey, check out my vlog. I'm posting vlogs of the tour I just did. And so it's on my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you can. Just it's where Bert Cast goes and this vlog and more content.
Definitely. My branding is cars. I've been doing car videos. They're on my YouTube channel. Also, update. Everybody loved the Kool-Aid and So Much Sugar. They both sold out immediately. So we restocked them.
Wait, I didn't
And then
get
that
one.
Dixon shirt. The Dixon shirt is a limited edition run. It's not going to. There is not going to be any more of those. That's like the button-down one. The hats that we've been asked about over and over. We restocked the Thick Boy one. Sold out. We restocked it. That's the New Era one. I'm still told is August. I'm going to get an update now on like a date. But
Dude, I get hit up. Everyone hits me up on that
for the hat.
For the hat. Everyone.
This place that houses the stuff. They go, hey man, could you keep us up to date on the hat production? Because that's all people ask us. So
Yeah.
Thank you guys very much for supporting that stuff. And we'll see you next week. All right.
All right.
Bert and Tom, Tom and Bert. One goes topless while the other wears a shirt. Tom tells stories and Bert's the machine. There's not a chance in hell that they'll keep it clean. Here's what we call Two Bears, One Cave. No scripts, a bit of booze, amateur partology, dirty jokes, raunchy humor, no apologies. Here's what we call Two Bears, One Cave.